Hello and welcome to TA Train Simple World 3 for another tutorial. And this is mostly going to be dedicated to you if you've picked the game up in the summer, January sales, I almost said transfer window, or you got this game for Christmas. And I'm on PlayStation console, not the PC version here. So there might be some differences between the console and the PC version on things, but I don't think there is that much. And when you would have thought, going straight into this, for Dovetail Live to start with, because if you've just loaded the game up, that's what will come up for Dovetail Live. If you don't do that, that there wouldn't be green up there connected to Dovetail Live, green bit there wouldn't be on. So then you went to that load script buttons, press any button, then go straight to this. So you've got two trains, training centre, creators club, store and their settings. You do get stuff along the top as well. So to the trains, pretty simple. You've got train depot, go through all those in a minute, but obviously you won't get all these in one hit. The only ones you will get, I've got installed at the moment, are these. And if you, depending on what you pick up, you will get South Eastern High Speed. The deluxe edition, you will get Spirit of Steam included as well. But at the same time, you get Hamstrucker. No, not Hamstrucker. I've got how to pronounce it. Kessel-Wolfsburg. South Africa Kessel-Wolfsburg. And Cahoon Pass. So you do get the ICE 1 and the ICE M3 with that, and with Cahoon Pass it's the, I can't remember what the current train was now. American logos, I can't remember what they are. At the same time, if you've perhaps owned the other one, perhaps here, Train Sim World 2020 or Train Sim World 2, you'll get all the other add-ons as shown here. Liverpool's Spirit of Steam will be a free upgrade. South Eastern will also be a free upgrade. Training Centre is the only thing that is defaultly installed to this, by the way. All these are separate add-ons now, which is handy for when I get onto the PS5, the PlayStation side of things. As you can tell, this is all I can have installed at the moment. But if I go to click onto that one, you've got scenarios. So if you pick any of those, pick Jubilee, it will just give me the Jubilee ones. If I did, say, via the route, do routes ignored, actually let's do South Eastern High Speed. I'll go to scenarios. All the scenarios are here. And they're literally as they were. The ones for, some of them are already ones which are in TSW2's version of South Eastern High Speed. But there are more, because, spoiler, there's the RHTT versions of the 66, which is a separate DLC. And you got the journey mode, which is self-explanatory. You got the journey mode. I have no idea if I've done any of the thing on that. Oh, I must have done, unless it's counting scenarios. Service-wise, it's probably counting the services that I've done. And the inductions. So, I think that's actually working more than it used to. I don't think East Coast Way works that well at the moment. And quick play. Literally, if you want to jump in for 30 minutes on a random route. Thank you. Thought it was crashed on me. That's one of the trains you get in the Cat and Cahoon Pass, by the way, that one right there, and that's the Networker, which is in South Eastern, which is a part of the route now. So you get 30 minutes or 30 plus minutes. And that does include scenarios, no longer tutorials as well. So training centre, you've got fundamentals. I've not done these because I know how to drive this, because I've played all 3 of the TSW so far. And then you've got all the training modules as well for all of the trains. I have done some of these just for reasons. You've got to explore, walk around the training centre on foot. Then I don't know if that will kick me out, but if you want to get onto videos and tutorials online, you can do that, which Dovetail ambassadors, not me, unfortunately, have done. And Creators Club is where you will find the scenario planner and delivery designer, and also the actual Creators Club, the sharing part of it. That always comes up as a pain in the arse. There's the ICE one anyway. But that's where you do get all of the deliveries which other people have made when it works. It's got the tendency not to work. So say if you wanted one of any of these, say you've got content down there, you can check what route it's for, which is fair enough. It's Kesselsburg. I don't think I've got the 182 installed, but that's for that route. I could, but then if you wanted it, do that. It worked for once, that's unexpected. But if you if you've got, I went too far back then. Let's say if you downloaded over 100 things, like I said, when it works. Come on. That type of thing. Which I've definitely got more than 100 on it. Sometimes it will not download, it will just do, as it's been nicknamed, the spinny wheel of death. If you do that, go to the Trains and World website and go to Creators Club, log in and download freely from there. And also you can upload your own creations into this list here. And I've already done the tutorial on that on the last one. It will be the same on here. Just to flash out all of my things. There we go. And that little square is a bug at the moment. The triangle, because I have London Brighton installed, which is what that 377 wants. That there as well. I haven't got Line 9 in, but there. Harlem's not in either. Sandpatch ain't in, and there you go. So it's a bug at the moment. The modern Ireland line is the upgraded version of the Ireland line anyway. There's 2 versions of it on here. Livery designer, I have hit this before. So you've got 3 on 3 here. I use my 3 on 3 for this one. So yeah, you got that. I really need to fix that jagged line mess there. Funny idea, it's 3 to 4 readers out. But yeah, that's how you do it. That does not look flat when you're like that. But it is, I know it is. But as well, you can't get day and night in that background wise. I will save changes because I haven't done them. But yeah, and then you've got Scenario Planet, which I haven't done any with for quite a while. What I'm going to do is save settings for last, because I'm going to go along the top now. So you've got profile. This is pretty much saying all the routes that you got and all the trains in. So you can just see, I keep doing that, you can see all the levels and so forth, and also your favourite train call to the game anyway, and all of your collectibles. So Ireland Line 100% done with those. And also route tasks are the exact same as what I just said, and it will just do that and show you what they are, a bit more detail. With Ireland Line proof, I've now done all of them. And that does get in the tutorials. Switch profile I won't touch, but that will obviously do what it says. And over you can't actually press. Get on to the Dovetail Live. This is where you need to be logged into. You need to be logged in to get to that as well. Starting with the Mastery. Mastery's got bugs on it at the moment, like crazy. That probably will be gone soon. they're dedicated, catered to a particular group. So you've got Bakerloo, Sandpatch, South Ashbrook, Hamburg, Lubeck, DWR, GWR, Main Long Island, TransPennine, Main Spessard Realm, Tees Valley, Spitfire, and so forth. And also you've got the Birmingham and Bahamburn on Allberg up there as well. They unlock with you doing special targets, like so. Some of them don't work, just to point them out. They don't count. Iron Line for the scenarios has finally counted, but they don't count when they're supposed to count in some senses of it. Complete 2 timetable, so no, when it's not raining. Well, that's going to be interesting because it's dull dynamic weather. Oh, well, I prefer dynamic weather. I'll get on to that more when we get to that. Then you've got the Mastery Rewards. Like I said, the Iron Line doesn't work for some strange reason. It doesn't come up here. I have got it installed, but all these are little scenes on the lines. You can hear them, but you do hear. You'll see that those hot air balloons going all over the place. I've never been in this course yet. That's hard to find because it's not actually on the main line, it's off the main line. Elephant, that's right by Dresden Station, and that will only show up when it's night time. And you've got the news articles. And I will admit, they've not actually, none of them have loaded up, but yeah, there are road maps as well. And there's that one, right about now. So if you want to know anything that's happening in the road map, sort of stuff, these are, that's what I'm going to do. They do live streams as well, and talk about all of it. I will get onto the bit that says add-on manager at some point, because I will do a whole bit for PlayStation. Then you've got the Rail Fan, that's where you can get to their official place for streams for TSW only, not for TSC or Train Simulator or Train Sim, as depending on what you want to call it. It will be there. So you've got the stall, and yeah, you can see which routes I have not got here, what I haven't got. All of them I've got which say nothing, so yeah, I have those. I don't know why they're saying pay here for them. Haven't got that on either, or Horseshoe for that matter, but you can get the gist of it. That's the stall. And then finally you've got settings, you've got central, the general settings, so you've got notifications. I've kept on all of these on. I've got 4K on, that's depending on you more than anything else. If you want try to go for the screenshot competitions, keep that hidden, because you don't really need it on. Motion blur, that's up to you, on or off. Save game, that's on by default now, but you can disable it if you so wish. That's log out to Dovetail Live. If you do get the spinny wheel death, do log in, log out, I mean, close the game, then log back in again, and it should hopefully work. Standard credits and terms and conditions. Then you've got subtitles. Default movement, you can have it run or walk. Speedometer, big or small. Crosshair visibility, 100%. I might actually turn that down a little bit, because I don't need it that bright. I've actually decided I might test that. Then you got lightning effects. Well, all these are those 2 or 4 if you need it to be turned off, and also crosshair hide. Apply. That stays, and then you got the controls. So you got all that, and also if you are curious, immersion and classic controls. So if I slowly do that, you can say slowly. Pause it if you need the look, and yes, there is a Jeep in the game now. There's Operation Shift as well, if you didn't know. On foot. And there's the camera. Camera shift. And turntable, because turntables do exist on some routes. Spirit of Steam mostly at the moment. Got locomotive. Then you've got classic, which has list control, just to point out. Because it actually has that much to it. But I prefer immersion because it's a lot more easier to use. HUD and gameplay, you've got all these settings. Most of these will be on, like that will be on, that will be on, that will be on. Some of these can be on or turned off depending on what you want. Camera spray, that's moving the cab, that goes with that. And disable system safety alert, I might actually disable it because that's a pain. But I will admit, I noticed sometimes I do forget. Proof of one of my videos that I've done recently. And then you got audio. You don't need that loud, I'm gonna have to admit. But yeah, straight and simple. I'm just gonna do that, get back to this bit here. So obviously, like I said, we've got Southeastern. I use Southeastern for that, but that's a layer that only turns up a bit times a year. I use the network for this, and I may actually go and use one of my liveries. That is, I think, network Southeast, and do a service that is quick running thing. When you want to do a quick running thing, there's not really much quick. I won't be doing it all. So you got, it's currently the third, but I want to put it to the third because there we are. So you've got the weather, you can change it all here, and done it weather on or off pretty much. It just sits out whatever you set it to. Then in that mode you do get to use these buttons as well. This ain't a tutorial for the 465, just to point that out. So there's all the screenshots people do take as well. Come on. Blah blah blah. Don't care about that. For this, I'm not going to turn safety system on. I have got a keyboard plugged in, but there. Sorry. Yeah, you have to turn them all on their own themselves. Some are on this side of the cab, some behind you. German trains will be mostly behind you or hide them. Right, now a bit more because that does go quite dark. They don't work in real life, but they don't work in the game. So there's my livery. They're supposed to spawn randomly, but I'm going to I guarantee the back's plain default. It's probably nothing coming around as a close by. There's a freight train going in front, but nothing for quite a while. Of course, you've got the window which can open or shut. Sounds are louder when they're open. I don't care if it's low. I'm not going to do the service. And for this, I'm not going to go HUDless, but this is like just get out the platform quickly. I had to do that then because that was lovely sounds. So get out the platform and do it on some of the other bits. Oh yeah, tail lights are on by default. So you've got zoom in, I could edging down. And yes, out of service space things come. I don't care if I'm speeding. So if you want to take a screenshot, get into a position, hold down the right R3, then go with the D-pad down and take. Then press upload. You have to be online with Dovetail Live for that. They're lovely sounds. And it will come up there saying, as you just saw, saying, they have gone up. Yeah, I might actually turn that back up because I need to see that bit. This is when I say everything is trial and try and error. Of course, it's going to want me to go back to main menu and do it because sometimes it doesn't set anything game mode dark. So, crosshair visibility should be on. This is when because I keep hard off whenever I drive us through it. But oh yeah, you've got all down here. Well, you've got immersion. Well, I only got element is immersion, by the way. Automatic is on by default. All this is default, by the way. And you've got there's the Inquick Play train modules. If you want them, have them included. If you don't, do that. So if I go back to, I won't pick the same route again. Let's say film 3. East Coast. There's two versions because one's got the M313. I don't remember the 52 ever being on an original one, but on PSW2. But hey ho. No, there's the networker one. List Brighton quickly. I'm not going to bother changing anything on that. Get into the back to normal up there, and we'll see. There's another train from the livery designer. Some will show up randomly and some don't. Like I said, I do believe that is a slight bug when it comes to it. I suppose for me, for now, this will be dedicated to at least PlayStation unless Xbox get this problem. PC will probably never get this problem, but Sony. Starting with the PS4, you can only have 50 pieces of DLC installed. So they say 1, 2, 3. So I've got, what was it? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 installed. That is not wrong, by the way. You can have so many installed. I'll cough my lungs out. And there's 50 pieces of DLC. And on the PS5, with proof of what I was showing you in the store, there's a 64 gigabytes memory limit. And this is pretty much the maximum that I would say I would recommend you to have installed this much. And just before you ask, it does not count to anything that you're doing there. And for the loco side of things, the locos are smaller, so you can get a bit more in. And so yeah, and that add-on manager will fix that problem. For last gen consoles now, back to last gen, you will be missing some layers here and there. Liverpool to Crew, I think you still are missing some yard stuff, and that's about it. And on London Brighton as well, you won't get some of these layers. You get definitely these two because they're default, but you won't get all of these layers as well on top of that. So, if you want another way to get trains, then it's right there. All the locos are on that route specifically. So yeah. Say if you've got any find bugs or anything on the game, report them on the Tales forums, which I won't put a link in because this is one, like I said, console. Let's go to Lava. You can do this as well, by the way. This is how I do my train spot videos. So far, that's nothing new. This is the modern day, well, I won't say modern day because there's no comparing around, but you do get all this management paper. If there's any clipballs, I'll quickly show. Right. There's one. That's a collectible, but it does go into that in these tutorials as well. What time was this one due? Okay. Okay. I think that's a bug. But yeah. And obviously you do have the map. In truth, Great Western is not the most busiest route in history. There is at least a 101 on this way. Yeah, there's the one that's left. Because say if I went down to, say, yeah, here or Spirit of Warlock, as it were, you would get a couple of things worn around. Which you could do actually. To end this up at least. Great Western, Dining Table, BR Blue, all the way down here. You don't get Warlock as a platform, it will only be Paddington. So we'll come back to past. Some routes do have, ooh, crikey. Enough fun. That's going to move forward. Oh, I think that one. Some sounds are authentic to the trains. Some aren't. Some are from Armstrong Powerhouse as well. And they have gone out and got their sounds on their own themselves. The Bakerloo and Long Island's and Lines M3 and Harlem M3 do sound the same. So I don't think they're 100% authentic. But the 38 stock definitely doesn't, because that just goes clonk. It definitely does not go clonk like that in real life. And that red arrow is a pain, but at least you know you're not where you're supposed to be. Let's just go over to the underground side of things. Nothing runs on these ones in this game, so I can warn them less like I want to. Hopefully at some point something will. They'll be able to add some content to this room. As layers, as it were. I hope. So, like I said, you've got bugs, put them onto the Dovetail forums. Any suggestions? Dovetail forums. Not onto Facebook chats, not onto their streams, they don't listen. But they do hear you out. Sometimes it's like, regarding now if it's like BS5 memory sort of stuff, if it's like that, they will say that. Say, this is that's the problem, and the fix is on its way. So they will say some things, but not much. Well, look. Where should we stand down now? No, strange place to put a collectible on a platform which you don't actually go to. I don't know if you can go there. There you go. But yeah, this is the bait. This is the Hammersmith branch. But there will be a couple of logos at some point coming down. None of them seem to be wanting to move at the moment, but they are up here. I just stand somewhere I'm not getting made blind by the sun, please. If you want to walk, there you go, you can still walk. Oh, there's a map. I don't really care too much about the collectibles. They are there if you so wish. do go and collect them. So yeah, zoom in. So none of those will go green at the moment, I can tell you that straight off. I don't think there's any 101s parked up at the moment. Nope. Nothing's even on its way, so actually there might be some at some point coming down. Yeah, there will be, if I'm able to keep chatting for long enough. Probably won't be. So yeah. As well, I'm not sure if they're streaming this week, Dr. Hill, but at least this week, because it's the first week after coming back from Christmas. For the release for the add-ons manager, no date for that. Currently, that's the only major problem for the game, is that side of things. There are some crashing. Save game has still some small problems here and there, but not as bad as what it used to be. That's why it's now enabled from default. Because there are stuff like on Spirit of Steam, you can get derailments on that, which can be quite painful, and how they have fixed some of those derailment problems now. Because you saw my videos that trains being flung across into mid-space, and it's literally like, what? On Spirit of Steam, AI sometimes bad as well. And on Harlem Night, there are red light problems, are down to, once again, AI, but they are slowly fixing things, but most of the work is going on to the add-on manager at the moment regarding big problems. But they are working on some problems. Some glitches are also there, which are probably going to get more because they've got now probably in a date log of everything over the time that they went through the Christmas shutdown period, and getting them on going, and that's probably what they've been doing today. So hopefully we'll hear about the add-ons manager at some point. Touch wood that it will. And yeah, keyboard does work on console. Mouse doesn't. So keyboard. So yeah, obviously there's no mouse support. I will say Creators Club doesn't. Live Creator doesn't fully work. There are some bugs on it regarding movement of the camera and everything, which you probably have seen in my videos that I've done for Creators Club. And I will get back onto more scenarios, more other tutorials at some point. I don't know when. An English England one will be done at some point. And continuing on for other locos and so forth in the game as well. Eventually I will get down to the American and the French at some point. So yeah, I can keep doing what I keep doing with the runs of not me talking over them, because it'd be like this, what am I talking about? And scenarios here and then. So I do hope, and still not nowhere near, is it? Nope. Well, he's only just turned up. They're not going to be turning up for any time soon. If it was just before 9 o'clock, you'd have the R8s coming down here as well for the carriages. Or was it I just heard? No, nothing's moving in there. This is when perhaps I should have went down here. Down to Eden Broadway, I think. Top of my head. But there. I give up trying to wait. I wait any longer. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Train Sim World content, and I've given up saying for free now. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and a happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.